Trashing your computer can be very dangerous. All of your data is stored on the hard drive, and someone can easily snatch that out of your old computer. Even if you reinstalled your computer or deleted all your pictures and documents, there is still a way to access all that data because it's not completely gone. In this video, we're going to show you how this is done and how you can protect yourself when disposing of your old computer. This is an eBay listing for a computer that someone reinstalled and has nothing on it, but we're going to prove that you can recover data from the previous owner, even though everything was deleted. So here's the used computer we purchased on eBay, and here's the hard drive that we took out of it. Now we're going to plug the hard drive into an external enclosure. This will allow us to access the data on the drive and potentially recover previous data. As you can see, the drive has popped up, and in my case, it's drive letter G. And now you can see there's nothing on this drive. There's only 15 gigs of used storage, which is pretty much the operating system of the computer. And if we go into the users folder, which is where most of your data is stored, there's nothing inside of any of the folders. Nothing in the pictures, nothing in the documents, nothing anywhere. And you might be thinking to yourself, this computer has nothing on it. What's there to worry about? I can just throw it away, or I can recycle it or reuse it. Well, not necessarily. When you delete something on your computer, it is only marked as deleted. Then later, when you write something to the drive or create a new file, that old data is overwritten. But since there's so much storage on your drive, it takes a long time to overwrite that stuff as you use your computer, maybe even years. So we're going to use a tool called Restorer Ultimate. This tool is only $50 and anyone can obtain it. What we're doing here is called a raw data search, and this searches the entire drive, even old partitions or parts of the drive that were originally created when the computer was built. This does take some time because it has to read every single part of the drive. Sometimes it may take longer, but this one only took about an hour. So now we're going to go look through and see if we can find any other data or any other users that were originally created before the computer was erased. So we can see all the files that we viewed earlier, but we also see some additional files that weren't there when we originally opened up the drive. So as you can see, there's a new username called Hugon, which is apparently one of the older usernames that was on this computer originally. Now we have access to the old files that were on here. We can't recover every file on here because there are some things that have been overwritten, but we'll open one picture just to demonstrate that you can in fact recover data from here. Look at that. A computer that was claimed to be completely erased has data on it that is recoverable. This could be your data too if you are throwing your computer in the trash, even if you have erased everything. We'll open one more, and as you can see, it's corrupted and you can't read that file, but you can read a lot of the other files on this computer. And that's as far as we're going to take this. We're not going to go any farther and look through this because I don't need to see what's on here and you don't need to see what's on here because this was somebody else's computer at one point. So now we're going to show you how to protect yourself by securely erasing your drive. So we're going to use a free tool called CCleaner. I'll put a link in the description where you can download it, and we're going to use this to securely wipe the drive. So if you click on the Tools section of CCleaner, then click on Drive Wiper, you'll be able to select the drive that you want to wipe. There is an option to wipe the entire drive, and that's great if you're reinstalling the computer or reusing the drive. However, I'm just going to wipe the free space since I've already formatted the drive. It claims to not have anything on there, but like we saw earlier, there is still data on it. So once we wipe the free space, that will delete everything that has been marked to be deleted, but still has not been permanently deleted. So this will be a permanent deletion. Please keep in mind that if you're not wiping the free space and you are wiping the entire drive, it will delete everything. So make sure you have a backup before you do this, if you still have important data stored on your drive. This does take a while to wipe the free space. In our case, it took about an hour, but it may take longer if you have a larger drive. Now that we've done a complete wipe of the drive, we're going to check and see if any of that data is recoverable. And we're going to rerun the Restore Ultimate raw data search and see if there's anything still there. And now as you can see, there is nothing on this drive at all. There's some folders here, but they don't have anything in them. And the files that are present are really useless because they're just a bunch of zeros when we open them up. And they're just random characters or a bunch of Z's. And as you can see, that's what happens when you wipe the free space. It writes either a bunch of zeros or a bunch of random data. That way the old previous data cannot be recovered. This is one of the best ways to securely erase your data, that way you don't become a victim of data theft. One other brute force method of erasing all your data is to physically destroy the drive. You can do this by drilling a hole straight through the drive where the disk is, that way it's impossible to recover the data even if you're a high-end data recovery technician. Some of these laptop hard drives have glass discs in them, and they can be easily shattered by just hitting it with a hammer. Sometimes you may have to hit it a few times and then shake it to make sure that you hear shattering on the inside. That's a good indicator that the drive is actually destroyed. A better option than throwing away your computer is to also take it to a recycling company, such as Harbin Repairs, or some other repair shops will offer to recycle the computer for you. Just make sure that they do in fact delete your data, so that way you can rest assured that your data is not going to get out to the open. We hope this video helped you out. If so, make sure to like and share this video with other people who are getting rid of their computer, that way they know how to protect themselves as well. And also subscribe to our channel for other tutorials like this one.